It's Miss Debbie. I want to say hello to all my friends in Elam Room 228. Today I want to show you how to do a craft based on the book that I read earlier, The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Carle. Now what I love about Carle books is he has these beautiful pictures, and he doesn't make them with paints or with just pencils or crayons. He makes them with tissue paper collages, and that's what we're going to do today. Now the things that you're going to need: a paper, some kind of flat paper, light colored, to put everything on. You're going to need some tissue paper, the thin stuff like you wrap presents in, or some streamers if you have any of these left over from a party, and they can be any color, whatever color you want to use. And if you don't have those, you can use a regular paper towel that is colored with markers. You're going to want to have markers too, or maybe some watercolor paints, so that you can get a beautiful color on your papers. Now you're also going to need glue. This is liquid glue. Glue sticks won't really work too well because they're not liquid and the colors have to run together from the liquid glue. If you don't have liquid glue, you can also use flour and water just as a thin paste, or cornstarch and water. And there's not really any right or wrong way to do it. It's just whatever you feel like doing. So I'm going to show you what I did to make this picture. Usually we use crepe paper or tissue paper like this. It's important to color it first. If you're going to color it with your marker. It doesn't have to be all the way colored. It can be as dark or as light as you like. When I bought this paper, I realized it was too light and I wanted it darker, so I used my green marker to color it. Then you take your glue. I used a Q-tip for my glue. You can also use your finger. Put that down on the paper. And then stick your paper right on. You can see my caterpillar starting to take shape here. After you put the paper on, put more glue on top of it. That gives you that nice blurry color that Carle has in his books. Now you can't really put more marker on after you put the glue on because it won't work. So, as you can see on this paper, I used a lot of different variations of materials that you can use. This part here is the paper towel colored with green marker, just like this. And I ripped off the corners and I glued it on just like I showed you. And it worked out really well. In fact, I think this is my favorite. In here, I also used the light green paper, but I decided I didn't like that, like I said, so I made it darker with markers. Up here, I used the white crepe paper colored with green and yellow just to see what it would look like. And I really think I like the way it came out with the stripes in it. Now over here, I decided to try just the yellow plain tissue paper with a little bit of green over it. And that looked nice too, but it wasn't as dark as I liked it. Now for the head, I decided to try just some plain newsprint torn from the newspaper. I used an edge right here at the top. I used an edge that didn't have any words on it. I suppose it could have a little bit of words, but try not to get too many words on it. And then I colored it with my red marker and I glued it on just like I showed you. And I think it turned out pretty well. And at the bottom, I used my red crepe paper streamer and just kind of ripped a jagged piece and glued it on the way I showed you. And as you can see, I think it turned out pretty well. The good thing about it is there is no right or wrong. It's just however you want to do it. So have fun and make pictures like Carle. Goodbye.